In this topic, we want to read some of the frequently asked questions about the Modbus RTU videos in step 7. It's a collection of questions from YouTube subscribers. I will give you the question and the answer. Some of the answers are available and some will be discussed in this video. The first question is, what should we do when some engineering components are missing? This is the case if you click on one of the point-to-point communication processor and you don't have access to this button. The parameter button possibly is gray out. It's a normal situation, and if you have this button but in the protocol window you don't have the Modbus master and Modbus slave options to select. How we can solve these issues? Normally when you install the step 7 point-to-point communication, the Modbus RTU is part of point-to-point communication, is not installed. All the options are not installed by default in step 7, and you need to install them by yourself. And they are all available online on Siemens Industry online support, and you can find the packages in a comment section. It's a previous question asked by another user. I remember several other times in private messages. I received some questions in LinkedIn and in Facebook and other platforms. The answer is you need to download these components from Siemens Industry online support, and based on your version, download them and install them in your engineering station. The first part is the point-to-point communication. It's a basic package, and based on the step 7 version you need to download and install them. This is the last version for step 7 5.5, and this is the available version for step 7 5.6. After installing this, you have two other options. The first one is the loadable driver for Modbus slave. This is the loadable driver for Modbus slave, and the last one is the loadable driver for Modbus master. When you download and install all of them in your installation, step 7 installation, you have this button available to go to the parameterization and the protocol window, and in the window you can select the Modbus master and slave. It's very easy to solve this issue. The next question is how to configure non-CPU and configure non-CPU slaves in step 7 or in TIA Portal. This question is asked by Hamza Shafiq in this video, basic programming for Modbus RTU in step 7, and he tries to connect VFD over Modbus RTU to S7300, and he doesn't know how to do that. There are some points to share here. The first point is that Modbus RTU can be used to connect third-party slaves, like VFD in our question. No need to add any file related to the device in step 7 or TIA Portal. In general, it's not Modbus RTU slaves are not like Profibus DP slaves. In Profibus DP and Profinet, you need to add a file into the enduring station to able to configure. You need to do that. But in Modbus slave, you don't need to add something in the enduring station. The other point is that the Modbus RTU works with CPs and drivers, communication processors. The other point, no direct process image involvement. It's an important issue. The other point number 5, tasks are handled by communication function blocks and configuration DB. Number 6, a slave should support baud rate and Modbus function required. And the important point is when you configure the master and in your program you ask for a register inside a slave number 1 or a slave number 2 or any slave, any hardware or software package that's connected to the CPU can communicate if it matches the slave number, baud rate, and the Modbus function needed. If it has all these properties, it can communicate with the master CPU. I opened one of the previous projects here. Let me cancel. Here you have a master-slave, Modbus master-slave communication in S7300. In the master side, you just have the basic parameters like the baud rate. You have this is the important parameter here. These are normal Modbus RTU. This is the connection type. You can select the other full duplex, but you should have the the correct cable to select here. And in the master side, the program is very important. Program is written in OB33, and we have the Telegram data block. And the slave address is determined here. In case of the slave CPU S7300, S7300 is not Modbus slave in nature. We need to have a Modbus CP here, and we need to define this. We need to define the areas, the memory areas, to define the memory areas to make this CPU able to work as a Modbus slave. But in your case, you don't have the slave as CPU. Half of the problems are solved. You need to read the manual related to the VFD and just fill these parameters correctly. This DP, if you fill these parameters correctly, your Modbus RTU will work perfectly. The slave address, the function code, the starting address, and number of words. There are several functions, and this template will be changed based on the function you are working on. And I think we checked most of the configuration for most of the function in step 7 in our previous videos. And the last question is where to find new topics related to Modbus RTU. You can find new videos in our Patreon page. Currently we have only 2 videos about how to program and how to configure hardware in TIA Portal. But because of the new policy of YouTube, by the 27th of the July, possibly some old videos will be discontinued and moved to this platform. And new topics about Modbus RTU on TIA Portal for S7 300, 400, S7 1200, and 1500 will be posted here. And I hope you find something new here, and please join our channel, subscribe, and leave your comments, and if you like, press the like button.